Okay, here we are back for another look at whether the mystery has been solved. Mystery is Pudding by way of Pink Floyd. And I suppose before we go any further, let's record these. Umaguma. And I didn't even attempt to hold the other one in my head as I did that one. Sissy, fuss. Fuss. More names of pigs, do you think? Okay. Guessed by Francis. And Laddie and the Trial by Libramana. Laddie's bound to go high. Either I would figure to either finish second or third. I don't see it going first. Doesn't seem terribly logical to go first. But anyone else who has guessed is bound to have guessed by now. I do not have a lot of time here. Special family outing that has me leaving in the next hour. So, but we haven't seen Greyflank yet. Is this the day he realizes he didn't guess Pudding after all? Now we just saw Libramana guess from the same area of the lyrics, so anyone can pick up on what she has done. We have a super good chance right now. Super good chance that Pudding has been guessed. Here we go. What do we have? Come on. Not Greyflank. Not Greyflank. But there are other people who very likely come in. Phew. What's that about? Oh, okay, that's more of Greyflank's story. That he's in the middle of writing, and he shows us parts as he goes. Most writers ignore the sex possibilities. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. And also, I got to put it on my finger, Greyflank gave me a link last time around. I'll need to look at. No! Okay, well, Darian Hazard, what's that about? Maybe it'll become clear. Darian Hazard. He capitalized him. Should I? I don't know the name Derry. Darian Hazard. With one Z. Is Hazard County the 2Z version? And if it's just dangerous as one? That was Greyflank. Well, we have another bit of confirmation coming in Laddie. Outside of that, and who knows about any of these really? Once you get into the amazing Pudding usage, I'm going to take this wild guess that the first two we have not seen the first two, and I don't know. These two ones, those are just ridiculously, and here I would have known, ridiculously obvious that they haven't been repeated. So I'm not gonna check them. And so up to 184. It's gonna be harder not to get it. It also, becoming rather amazing at this point of what fraction, taking the lyrics of Another Brick in the Wall, the totality of eligible nouns, and we haven't even been concentrating on eligible nouns. We've just been doing any old damn noun from Another Brick in the Wall. And it'd be interesting to just, take the collection of these. And I mean, I know that we're worse than random at this point. We've been worse than random in the ones we've actually guessed within that set, within that limited set, trying to, play it logically. Which one in this set do you think it is? There's not many to go. Not many of these Another Brick of the Wall nouns to go at this point. So Ummagumma. Well, we better, before we do Ummagumma, we better reload these two, Pink Floyd and Pudding. 12,500 last report, and still at 12,500, which is column T. Now, and now we should be ready for Ummagumma. Once we copy the pudding part. Okay. Yeah. It's never been tried before in the history of my searching. 41,800. Goes straight to Pink Floyd. Doesn't mean anything else except related to Pink Floyd. A double album. Huh. Why is it called such things? 27,500. Where does the word Ummagumma appear? There's no real law that you have to name an album. 27,500. 27,500. Way over on this edge. 621 is a nice number. It's quite high on shares. Sisyphus. That's not where I wanted to go, but yes, please buy my beautiful book. Sisyphus. Another album? Somebody's song? Instrumental, 4-part suite? Oh. Sisyphus, Pink Floyd does this thing called suites. Did I? Oh, so SISY. No, apparently when Wikipedia is going with my spelling, right in here. So we're going to stick it with that. Okay. 3,020. $97. Large. I'll go with large. In fact, I guess I'd say that is our new second placer, right? No. Somehow my sense of proportion is off. 97 in 3,000. 303. That's where the big numbers come from. Okay, this one though should go second or third. Not sure which. Not sure which I'm going to go for. This is part of the lyrics. It's the same sentence as bike sheds. It's not that closely associated with Pink Floyd. $483. Yeah, see there. 483, but it's not, as Pink Floyd goes, yeah, it's going to be very high. At this point I'm thinking second, because 483 is quite low. Okay. $483. Orange. See, bike size was 276. 483 here. And what do we have? 473. Here we go. 217. LADDY Pink Floyd putting 217. Yep. That's going to be a huge hit right on this plane. It's like less than half of bike sheds. But yes, in the general sense, getting a confirmation, that'll do. And how about on the overalls? Does it win overalls as well? It looks like it does. Yes. I mean, bike sheds is out of this world. That beats Mother. Triple Crown if bike sheds hadn't gotten there first. I think that's the story. It's kept out of Triple Crown by the same guess. Of course, we don't absolutely know about differentials. That might be something to consider. Whoa, where I wanted to go. The trial is what we want to look up next. At this point, we're kind of playing out the string, I think. Thought that bloody likely. Is there anything else that's going to be that great a scorer? $17,800. $259. A song. What's this dairy stuff? Oh, what? Yeah, the Pink Floyd meaning of dairy. Second largest city in Northern Ireland. Definitely capitalize that one. Hence also New Hampshire, but I think I'm going to go with Ireland. No? Well, John Dairy? Dairy Standpipe? They can't make up their mind. I don't not work that hard for it. 3,830. Eye on the clock. 40. 40, 40, 40, 380, 40. Well, that's very high, actually, but there are higher ones. And now we're going to do hazard. In fact, I think it splits bot control and dark sarcasm. We're going to go straight to Pink Floyd. Controversial film about something or other. High host. Beat Hazard. Daniel Hazard. A Hazard. Well, you might hazard a guess. No Dukes of Hazzard in the classroom. Well, okay. Hazard doesn't have any particular meaning, it seems, at this point. 28,300. There's no dominant hazard. 325. In fact, I never saw anything that told me to capitalize it. I do want to look at hazard on its own. I don't know, we're going to find out here. The 1Z versus 2Zs. Hazard is a situation. Okay, fine. And I guess I don't even know. I don't need to indulge what 2Zs might mean. So we are going to. Oh, what the heck. Fire it up. Save my work. Offer the congratulations. Good game, everyone. Nope. Okay. Firing them up by percentages. And you might notice, especially it looks different than it used to. There's some characteristics that are strange. Besides the lack of HTML. Certain things telling me that I have a different spreadsheet than before. See, there's LADDY. Bike sheds and LADDY. Perfect sense. Did I write hazard like that? I mean, somehow my sense of things is thrown about how high guesses are actually scoring. Okay. And we're going to fire up the overalls. This is going to be the same one too. Bike sheds and LADDY. Be like the last one we pick. Oh, yeah. Maybe that means we have Liberamana very likely joining the club. Of thinking, players who think that pudding has already been guessed because they kind of remember something about that line in this game. Lots of things half remembered. There's serious. I want to do a table of eligible nouns. Nouns from Another Brick in the Wall lyrics. Guesses from Another Brick in the Wall. And I mean, so like all in all is not even a noun. I mean, very little that's been guessed from Another Brick in the Wall has actually been an eligible noun. Do we have it? No, LADDY's a little off the pace in differentials. So we can't really be talking about the Triple Crown thing. It's a little off the pace there. Okay, da-da-da. Okay. The largest. This is big old huge blank space. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We do not have a champ, but we sure as heck have a confirmation that from the spoken part of the lyrics. Okay, here they are, anyways. G, 6. Copy. All top half. Diddly 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 diddly. Last chance. Last chance before I commit. I guess I've got about 19 minutes on this coil. And why am I looking at big, huge blank spaces? Okay. And it was thoroughly outclassed. It had more hits, fewer shares. It's outclassed by bike sheds completely. So it will not be at best. Diddly 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 diddly. Over here. Not so hot overall. AK largest. Dairy was not a positive. Coffee. Where am I now? 184 guesses. Can't be long. Can't. Well, it wasn't bad for putting to be the third lyric mentioned, the third term mentioned from Another Brick in the Wall, after Miss Markey threw us 2. But the third one in the series wasn't guessed. Typed, stated, posted, not guessed. G. But it's seriously going to be one of the very last actually guessed. Oh, man. In fact, I think there's been more guesses. There's been more guesses from another brick on the wall than there have been eligible nouns. Larger number of guesses than total available eligible nouns. Okay. G. So. I'm doing percentages. Look at that. 5 different. No, Francis gets twice. 1, 2, 3, 4 different people. Here we go. Just looking for a freaking top 10. Copy. Did I say percentages or did I put in percentage 10? No. This is the percentage 10, folks. Not just this round. Okay, LADDY's in. Traditional 10. Coming up. Goodness. Head on straight. Traditional 10. Mother goes down again. LADDY. Well, I thought just another trace of another lyric. Way down there overall. Rock teacher. Teachers, of course, is one of them. And Pink Floyd's a rock band, and it's a song by them. And Kids is another one of them. Awfully common word. With some tie into the other side, you'd think. Pudding. Animals, mother, album. The mother means various things, including the my mother just works in all levels you can imagine, I think. LADDY bike sheds. Okay. Spoken parts 1, 2, and traditionals. Okay. No champ this time around. Let's take a stab at A-Q largest. Going straight to it, assuming no ties. How do we do it assuming no ties? Poorly. Because right at the bottom, it's actually 11 that we need to carry. And yeah, I didn't do it in the right order. This little tied section we're going to do by smallest. Here we go. We're actually going to take this down to 11. 15 minus 4 equals 11. differential 10 is actually an 11. Nice block of 4 from the lyrics. Gerald Scarf, possibly Amazing Pudding. Things that don't follow in the lyrics have a good chance to be coming from Amazing Pudding. How did that stack up? Traditional 10, it's only top 2 from the lyrics. Percentage 10, it's also only top 2 from the lyrics. Differential 10 has the top 4 from the lyrics. And says there's still a place for dark sarcasm and thought control. Okay. Not a qualified best. We know this already. I really don't need to go further here. I guess where there's a laddie that might conceivably be a lassie. I shouldn't really. I shouldn't remove guesses from them. I'm yet to remove the stars that I talked about being my next project. Differential 11. Although you know what? For search friendliness, I should certainly remove anything that I see a star. I might be messing with them for the purpose of search friendliness. Not sure what it would mean. Okay. Oh, it's not Triple Crown. It only percentage discs. Percentage in trads. I did mention some of ranks earlier. And I can't say such things. Oh my God, that's 4 consecutive from the lyrics of Another Brick in the Wall. Definitely something they have to discover on their own. Oh. See, basically just told we have to leave soon. Knew that. Lost a minute. Bit off the pace in diffs. I swindly Baruana. Nothing else is worth talking about, right? 17th, 26th. Nothing strikes fear. And, you know, it's better than a 3-pointer, so nice for Liber Romana. Some of ring perfection. Factions and for bit off the pace. Yeah, percentages and traditionals. The categories of some of ranks. Yep. Stuff that's not necessarily important. And right there. I guess I still need to figure out what shirt I'm going to wear for this outing. That needs to get figured out. So, Progressive, how many more can we do from another brick in the wall without landing it? The entirety of the eligible lyrics. Okay, let's do it. Be a little bit savvy this time. We're going to reduce. We're going to bring it up. This way, when I hit this bugger here, it will not obscure my beautiful book.